Ooh. Welcome to the most massive football show in the 254. Welcome to Boli Tu. My name is David Ochieng and I'm with my partner
Haji Nzibo. This is the world of football banter in the 254 Nairobi.
The Premier League starting this Friday, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, this is the only league in the world that the coming season always gives a feeling of it's going to be better than last season. I mean, every team is flexing its financial market, its financial muscle in the transfer market. So far, as you can see the way things are going, What do you think? What do you think this season entails?
I'm excited about the way the Premier League is going to start, and talking about the euphoric feeling of why every Premier League season in Abamba is simply because the new signings. Okay, so any stream of fresh blood, it's an exciting idea of you're getting a player who was not in your team, so you feel like this is new because he was not. Community Shield champions, congratulations. Scam.
Tumepiga City.
Scam.
Tumepiga City.
Scam.
Tumepiga City.
Bora nchukue game hii ni scam.
Tumepiga City. Usiniambie hata wezi niambia baby. Tumepiga City.
Sasa ulichekio game bro safi.
The first 20 minutes was the first 20 minutes mazee tulikuwa tunakimbizwa police and thief, like we didn't see the ball at all, but Arsenal grew into the game. We actually had more chances than City did in the first half of the game. In the second half it was more of a balanced affair, but in the first half, if we were to win that game, it was in the first half. Havertz had two beautiful chances. The first one was the turn and shot. It was a bit difficult. But the second one, that one should have been a goal. So there's no way you can sit here and tell me that us beating Man City on that day was a fluke.
Luck.
No.
Good luck.
Who wins anything without luck? You need luck in this one.
You do.
In terms of the transfers, which team do you think is actually making the biggest strides in the transfer market?
Wow. Chelsea have signed so many players. So many who? Who?
Yeah.
Which is a surprising idea of the profile of a Chelsea player. Before Boli, Chelsea would sign only top names. Saizi Boli may come and we're signing promising talents, which is rare for a club like Chelsea. And that's why Chelsea are performing the way they're performing. So Chelsea has signed a lot of who, and Man City
actually losing more players than they're signing.
Yeah, and it just shows how good they have been.
Yeah.
They're willing to sell players.
Yeah.
They
brought in
Josko.
They brought in Josko Gvardiol, the Croatian, yeah.
Josko, yeah.
Then they've also brought in Kovacic from Chelsea.
To replace Gundo.
Yeah.
You media KDB, Kova, Rodri, Mayday. Rodri control 6. It leaves KDB and Kova on the left in the center of the midfield. KDB anapanda. Nani anapenda kumaintain? Rodri. Sawa. Kovacic drives. Actually, both KDB and Kova ni wasi ku drive na ball. The only thing that Kova doesn't have is goals as much as KDB. But in terms of controlling the tempo of the midfield, controlling play, control ball, just being safe, midfielder anafaa tu kufeel ako safe na ball. Kova gives you that.
That midfield wins any game, any time of the day, because it has an anchorman who is the best in the world in Rodri.
Best in the world?
I mean, for me, Rodri is the best number 6 in the world. If I look at the best number 6s in the world, that's Rodri. Talk of Casemiro from Manchester United. Fabinho, but he had a very poor season last season. Yeah, I can put in Thomas Partey as an Arsenal fan. I can put in Thomas Partey as an Arsenal fan.
Forget it.
I can. With this new season, there's so many things that people usually put into focus. But I want us to look at things in this angle, in terms of your predictions. Like next season, I hear number 1 to 5 will be in the Champions League.
Wow.
5th spot guarantees you a Champions League spot, maybe for playoffs or something. I'm not so sure about that criteria. But 5th spot also gets you Champions League football. So in terms of your top 5, starting from number 5, what do you think? The top 5 will look like
in the Premier League
season? Yeah.
Okay. Tottenham.
Number 5.
Yes. Yes, I'll go Tottenham number 5. Wacha nianze na juu. Wacha nicheze nayo.
Okay.
City. City number 1. Okay, number 5 Tottenham. Arsenal had a good season, but they became Arsenal. Okay? So 3 Arsenal, Liverpool 2. Tumebaki na 4th spot. Mazina nataka kuforce issues.
And with the FC.
I think with Poch kukuja Chelsea, he gives this a safety understanding of what a top 4 manager looks like. Unaona? And Chelsea, I think he can just give. I think the manager in Chelsea is actually better than the players in Chelsea. So I'm just betting on the manager just creating magic. Kunku getting into Chelsea. Niko na hope na yeye. Our new striker Jackson. I'm a Chelsea fan. Our new striker Jackson. I just hope he does some magic. So I'll bet on Chelsea number 4, but it's a weak bet. So number 1 City, number 2
So you think
Liverpool, 3 Arsenal.
Getting a new striker? You're believing in Jackson the whole season?
I'm not believing in a number 9 getting us to a top 4. I'm believing in Chelsea's performance as a team getting us into top 4. So it's winning this game. So regardless msioneka 9, bado tu, yani the team is playing well. So it doesn't matter who's playing 9. It's just one of those things where you set up a team well, wacheze tu ball, shambulia. And Poch is an attacking manager. We've known that about him. He doesn't hold back. He's not afraid, which is unaweza argue because hizo ndo timu bado zinakulaga 6-0. Unaona ukisit back alafu counter attack. But this Chelsea team is it's a totally new team, but I feel safe ukijua nani yako nyuma, Thiago, uko na Reece James, uko na Chilwell.
You've actually gotten this new defender, I think Disasi from Monaco.
Who? Exactly. Who? You know, Chelsea is signing who? And mira sijali. But hizo jina nimekuambia tatu hapa defense. It's all that matters to me.
So your top 5 is City,
Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham. Yeah. What about you?
Tottenham is nowhere near the top 5. For me, I have a surprise package in a team called Aston Villa.
Number
5. Unai Emery is things didn't work out at Arsenal, but I'm seeing the things he's doing in Aston Villa. I mean, the signings he's brought into Aston Villa. Pau Torres from Villarreal, a very good defender.
Very.
This other guy, Diaby from Leverkusen. Very excellent. Right? I was gutted we did not get Diaby because you don't have backup for Saka. Who else? They've also gotten Tielemans for free from Leicester. Do you see how that team is building up, adding to what they already had last season? Ooh. For me, that's my surprise. But that's number 5 for me. They'll edge Newcastle kidogo. Maybe Newcastle will come 6th.
What? I forgot about Newcastle.
Yes, maybe Newcastle will come 6th. In my opinion. In 4th, I think it will be Liverpool.
Bro.
I believe Liverpool will be 4th. Hear me out. This is my reason. For me, Liverpool has a completely new midfield. A midfield that needs to gel together with this Sobolobolobo. So boss
Ujamaa
Boss, he's a good player. He's a good player, but I think we've learned the German Bundesliga and the Premier League are two different. They're two different leagues.
He's not even.
He's from the Bundesliga. He's from Leipzig. Yeah. Szoboszlai is from Leipzig. So
Really?
Timo Werner went back to the Bundesliga and he's doing well.
He's doing well.
He was very poor in the Premier League.
Very.
So they have Szoboszlai, they have McAllister, and I think they're gunning for a new number 6 in maybe Lavia or someone. So for me, that's a midfield that needs time to adapt, to get to know how to play with each other, and it won't kickstart immediately, but when it gels, it will gel, and they'll go through a very good run of form towards the end of the season. At third place, I'll go for Manchester United.
Bro, sijita maniko top 5 yangu.
Yes.
Now I hate
Mani
to
wako
you.
chini, lakini mko chini.
Shit.
Kama na nwa striker naitwa Rasmus. Nani itamtaka Rasmus?
Wacha bali siwezi wajenga. Siwezi kama ni juu Chelsea sikiote. Hata kati tuko chini.
Mimi hata Rasmus. Imagine dem na kukatia hapo. Hey, my name is Rasmus.
Mamblame.
Anyway, at third place, I'll say Man United, because as much as Mason Mount isn't mounting,
You're joking.
for some reason, I feel like that midfield is it's quite strong.
It is strong.
They have Casemiro, Fernandes, and Mason Mount.
Na Tottenham naika Manu.
On its day, that's a midfield that can beat the biggest teams in the world.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
If you have a midfield of Casemiro, Mount, and Bruno Fernandes,
Scary.
That's
Not in Hag.
Yeah, that's a scary prospect.
Yeah.
It's a very
on a good day.
And on the attack,
Kumbelo kuna nani?
I don't know how good this Rasmus. I don't know how good this Højlund guy is.
You go to.
They have Rashford, Højlund, and Ulemsani. Sio Rasmus.
Okay.
Msanii mwingine anaitwa
Sancho.
Anthony.
Wacha niambie. Anthony, let me make it clear, Man United fans. Anthony ni scam.
Umsako chini.
Ujamaa kwa chini na hakuna mwanatayo wapeleka. Ataendelea tu kufanya hivi, hakuna. Acha nikwambie kwanza, I'm going to predict the goals he's going to score in the Premier League this season.
5.
Haipiti 7.
5. For me it's 5.
Haipiti bao 7 za Anthony.
5. Tutarudi. We shall revisit.
And the same way mliko mnachocha Pogba is the same way mmechocha Anthony is the same way mmechocha Sancho. Hao wote ni wasanii.
I hope it's not the same way mmechocha Højlund. Acha tu
mchocha.
Acha tu ashine pole.
So but then anaweza shine.
He's like he costed them 72 million, eh?
Yeah,
but he just scored 9 goals in the Serie A.
Manu walikuwa nafikiria anaitwa Holland. So they just like
semi kitu lakini shots fired. Ni sawa tu lakini. So Manu for me goes third. Second,
Bruce Choche.
Second, I'll say Man City. I believe this is the season we win the Premier League. Finally. I believe this is the season Arsenal wins the Premier League. Bangi. Ni bangi lakini ni bagi yangu.
Bangi! Oh, bangi!
Bagi yangu.
Bangi lakini bagi yangu. So, I think Arsenal has a good shout.
Sisi tuko chini kama Chelsea. Tuko chini. Mimi kama fan Chelsea tuko chini. Siwezi ongea lakini bado maniko chini yenu. Simbo.
This is the season we're going to win the league.
Unakumbuka season Ramsey alifunga bao 16.
Achana na hiyo season.
Last season mimi, sawa, fan wa Chelsea. Akini nilikubali Arsenal na bebe league. What happened, guys? And let me tell you, sawa. The difference between a champion and a contender. Sawa. Number 1, it's total football and fearless football. Now, namaanisha nini? Man City enjoy playing with the ball. Last season, Arsenal were very comfortable with the ball and were very direct. Sawa. Mlimaliza tu because you decided to play football and you decided to play attacking football. You came very close. Kitu Arsenal haina na sijui kama mtadevelop bro. Ni vitu mbili. Personality and leadership. I'll explain what personality is, bro. Ukikuwa Anfield, umepigwa 2-0. You need a must win the mbebe league. Arsenal crumbles. It is the same thing ilifanyika mkicheza na Man City when you guys I think had 1 point ahead of City and City ilikuwa nyuma yenu. And City kwa chapa. So City went above with 2 points.
2 points.
Hapo ndo leadership na personality inatakikana. Arteta amewajenga. Because now imagine you're talking about Arsenal finishing first or second. You know, that's how far may progress with Arteta. But
let me shine. Bana. As in tumekuwa Egypt inaitwaje Misri. Tumekuwa Misri for a very long time.
But mimi sioni
we are finally getting to Canaan.
There is no player who is wearing an Arsenal jersey that has more personality than any Man City player. Mlikuwa naye mmoja mmemuuza mmemtupa Wolfsburg. Mmemtupa wapi?
Who is that?
Shaka.
Granit Xhaka.
Granit. He had leadership and personality.
He's going to Leverkusen actually. So let me tell you.
Sasa Nzibo leadership and personality.
Let me tell you what we have this season. Our captain, first of all, let's just
Captain Odegaard.
Yes.
Odegaard too.
No,
he's creative.
Let's put this fact straight. Arsenal is an extremely young team. Actually, Chelsea will be the youngest team this season, if I'm not wrong. I don't know. Maybe Chelsea will be the youngest. But Arsenal is a very young team. At an average, after Xhaka left, I think our average for the whole squad will be like, let's say roughly 25 years. But we have a mix of experience and we have a mix of youth who are hungry.
I agree.
For me, the leadership that Granit Xhaka brought would be easily replaced by the leadership that Jorginho will bring to the team. It will easily be replaced by the leadership that our new signing, our record signing, Declan Rice will bring to the team. It will. And we'll come back to this. We will come back to this.
Rice hakuna kitu nao. Sasa nikwambie. Endelea. And I don't want to how. Just continue.
So, I'm telling you, as in this is the first time in a very long time that last season I was gunning on 4th. We got 2nd.
Yeah.
This is the first time in a long time. I'm not heaping pressure on the boys, but I am hopeful that Arsenal can win the league this season.
Bro, wacha na hope zako. Wacha tuangalilie kwa ground. Mambo ni different. Wacha nikwambie. The only reason you've paid 100 million from Chele is simple. Nikwambia kwa nini umelipa so. Because he's a young, promising talent. Bro, huwezi somesha Rice mbele ya Casemiro. Huwezi somesha Rice mbele ya Fernandes. Huwezi somesha Rice mbele ya any top midfielder, seasoned midfielder huwezi. Uzuri ya Rice, tofauti ya Rice na wale wasanii wetu. Pogba, nani mwingine alikuwa msanii? Anthony, Sancho, Martial ni kwa sababu gani? Rice hana upuzi ya outside football. Sijui ameenda Paris Fashion Week, mara ameenda kupiga picha hapa, mara Instagram, mara nini, hana hizo upuzi. He's an Englishman, total footballer. Sawa. And his mind is football. His obsession is with football. Here with time he can become a very, very good midfielder. But yeye si bridge ya second to the trophies. He's not that bridge. What Arsenal needed was the bridge when I got number 2 mpaka number 1. Mi sioni umse.
All we needed last season was depth. Saliba got injured. Who got in for Saliba? Holding.
But unajua wacha ujipe nangu. Bro, for you to win the league, unajua kuna mtu mmoja umesema Man City imenunua Josco, imeuza wengi. Hiyo ndo depth ya champions, bro. Enye mnaweza kaidi mseme Gundogan ametoka ina na mtachukua cover. Now I still don't think cover is better than what Gundo offered to City. But you see, fair enough as a replacement. Mmechukua player mwingine Josco. Mimi sijui Josco anachezaje ball, but
that guy is good.
Yeah?
That guy is good.
No comment.
Left-sided defender. Said, he has the size, he has the pace.
He has size and pace.
Yeah.
But
built for the
But uzuri, Pep makes players better. So, ukiniambia Josco alikuwa ameweza huko,
when you say that, Maze nakumbuka Ake was in Bournemouth. Ilikuwa Bournemouth.
True. Bournemouth.
Yeah, Ake amekuja Man City
amekuwa beast. But alikuwa dropped for a while.
Yeah.
Akaivisho training. Saizi nao akiza serious player mpaka Chelsea wenyewe walikuwa wanamtaka. Na ndo hatuwezi mchukua. Tulichukua, there was a time I think we had a buyback clause from for Bournemouth. Akakuja kidogo Chelsea, tukamoffload, akarudi Bournemouth full. Chelsea ilishinda kumhandle. But ndo nakwambia Arteta but they has surprised me as a manager for getting second in the Premier League with kids. I think he just could be. But now, let's talk about. Let me finish this thought, then I'll jump to the next thought. He surprised me that yeye ndo ameweza kugraduate na Arsenal progressively moving forward mpaka number 2, and almost you feel like when you play against Arsenal unaogopa. Arteta has given the team that kind of feel, but I didn't see that feeling. Now talking about champions, I didn't see that feeling against Man City. Mlianza kucheza ball, mkafunzwa kucheza ball. Ilifika time now Arsenal became emotional when playing against Man City. For a top team, bro, acha nikwambie, and I'm going to argue hivi. I still feel walai Man U toki kuona season fit wanaweza wachapa. Na they can come to second, not to win the league. Man U, hii league na forget it. Lakini number 2 wanaweza.
Mimi nakwanga na analogy ya Manchester United. Si ati. Okay, hata says mimi nachukia Man U. Acha tu niseme ukweli. As in ukweli ni Man U, for me they're the most deluded fan base in the entire world.
Why?
I'll give you my reason. Man U are fans that are constantly living in denial. I know wanaishi kwa treble ya 1999. They're still living in that trap. They still believe they're in the glory days. Mimi najua tujashinda Champions League, yes. But the fact that Man U still thinks that they're still the big boys in the Premier League, it's a far gone issue. I don't know if Ten Hag will bring them back, but it's showing signs of coming back. But Man U for the longest time became mediocre. Man U for the longest time spent millions of money for players who, I mean, why couldn't Di Maria shine in Manchester United?
Alexis Sanchez.
Why couldn't Alexis Sanchez shine in Manchester United? Nika ule model mwenye alikuwa ameiva in the 60s.
I still think she's hot now.
Relevant. And bado ako hot sahi. Man U, that's you. Siko baya. As in, kama mnaona ni vibaya mkuje mnitafu. But ni ukweli tu. Ni ukweli. It's just the truth. Nipo kiambo ukweli mwache kuishi in denial. Mkubali mmekuwa ina transition kutoka time Ferguson alitoka. Boli yani ilienda na Ferguson. Sijui Ten Hag atairudisha.
Who's going to be your surprise performer this season?
Surprise performer in terms of team ama individual?
Individually,
I think individually, I think this Tielemans.
But he's always been good.
Aston Villa's Tielemans. No, last season Tielemans he scored some bangers, yes, but he had a very mediocre season.
He has a good right foot.
Tielemans is going to be a surprise package this season for me. It's either Tielemans or I would have loved to say Mason Mount, but he hasn't shown me any signs of the glory days in Chelsea. He hasn't shown me any signs at all. So for me, my surprise player this season for me, Tielemans. Yeah. That's for me. Who do you think will be
surprise performer?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna bet on Nkunku, Chelsea player, the new signing. Though ameshakuwa injured, couple of weeks, maybe 3 months, he's gonna be out. So let's just drop him because of now the injury. We can't wait for that. I think Jackson is going to be a surprise performer.
I can give you a shout.
On Jackson?
No.
Yeah.
Mudryk.
Bro,
I can give you a shout. Mudryk will have a good season. We can bet on it. Mudryk will have a good season.
What's a good season?
Mudryk will score more than 10 goals and have more than, let's say, 7 assists. He'll have more than 15 goal contributions this season.
Premier League season or football season?
Premier League season.
10 goals, 7 assists.
10 plus. 10 plus goals, 5 plus assists.
10 plus.
Yes.
We'll come to that.
We'll come to that.
Kai Havertz. Signing from Chelsea. What do you think Kai will offer Arsenal?
Depth. Creativity. Size.
Creativity.
Yes. Depth, creativity, and size. Havertz is an attacking midfielder. I won't say the number 8. Havertz is the number 10. He needs to be given that free role of getting into spaces and everything. But for me, Havertz is more of a creative player than a goal scorer. In my view, if you looked at his Leverkusen, he scored a lot of goals actually, and he used to play in midfield, not as a number 9. But as a number 9, you're forcing this guy, one, to stay in a stationary position. Because of his size, you assumed he's going to hold up the ball, which is not his game. Havertz is not a bulky guy. He's quite
tall.
Yeah, he's tall, but he's a bit slunky. So, for me, Havertz might be much more than people expect from him this season.
It depends on Arteta. Wacha nikwambie, the success he have is not dependent on him as a player. It's dependent on the formation Arsenal is going to use and how he will have the confidence of the rest of the players. Asikue, unajua kuna time when you get into a team, players wanakunyima ball ama Martinelli, Saka, Odegaard wanna maintain new chemistry out and they're like this is an outsider. So wakitoyo upuzi, he's promising. But when he came into Arsenal, everybody was excited. Jorginho, Kai, Chelsea connection. So one thing Neo Iso ball is a George, from midfield deep into Kai. Kai has a good left foot control ball. Ukisema creativity ya Kai is not a creative player. When you mention creativity to me, naona Odegaard only in Arsenal. Because creativity means
you didn't give Kai the space to be creative at Chelsea.
Because he's not. Kai is creative play. Ukiniambia creativity.
You expected Kai to play the role that Lukaku was playing. For heaven's sake.
No.
That was not going to work.
Wacha nikwambie bro. Tukiweka Kai number 9, akuwa number 9 Lukaku, alikuwa first line. First line kama ya Firmino akikuwa Liverpool. Sawa. Firmino alianza attacking midfielder. Akikuja Liverpool ndo Klopp akona ujamaa kwa 9 ameiva but bado Firmino alikuwa na drop deep. Sawa. In Chelsea we didn't need Kai to drop that deep. But Kai mwenyewe alikuwa anajivuta nyuma. Sisi tulikuwa tunataka stay up front hata kama uta control no pass ilikuwa sawa because we were clueless. Manager alikuwa nani but
Potter.
Unaona Chelsea imekuwa clueless. Kuleta Poch mzungu ametuharibia Boli. You have destroyed Chelsea Football Club.
Boli Tu.
Boli Tu. Only you have destroyed Chelsea Football Club. We missed Roman Abramovich. Bro, when Chelsea had Roman, it was the empire. What's your surprise signing? Which club signed a player that you were surprised? Oh, you signed this one?
For me, it's Kovacic to Manchester City. I never expected that to happen. I thought that Manchester City would go for a younger profile and build him up to that Gundogan role because Manchester City is gradually aging. De Bruyne is 31, 32. How old is De Bruyne?
How old is he say 32? Maybe 31.
Yeah, he's
maybe 30 after.
No, he's 30. I think he's 31. Around 31. So I thought they'll bring in someone younger because I think there's a proposal of bringing in, this Paqueta from
West Ham, 70 million pound.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting buy. Okay, Paqueta is a talented creative. You see, any player who is a 6 or a 7, ukienda kwa Pep, you become an 8 point, 9 point. Unaona? So Paqueta is one of those players in Zakwambia, he's a 7 point, 7.5 type of player. He's a serious player, has Brazilian magic hapo na pale. Ukitoa huyu player West Ham, which he's had a good season. Ukisikia Pep anasema he's an interesting choice. Umpeleke kwa Pep. Bro, unatoka 7.5 to an 8.5.
Yeah.
Maybe you can even go up to 9.
Yeah.
In Arsenal, Kai moving to Arsenal was a shocker for me. Shocking.
Biggest flop this season as a player.
You know what? I'll not say flop, but I'll say biggest disappointment. Declan Rice. Uno ata expectations zenyu. Hiyo hope mmekuwa nayo kwa Declan Rice kwamba ata control mid venye Casemiro na control mid kama venye Rodri na control mid.
Can you bank on it?
Bro,
can you take it to the bank?
peleke kitu kwa bank. Kama disappointment. This is any flop at a huge ball na Simpson. But in terms of what Arsenal expect from Declan Rice, na nyinyi ndio mtamuoa wa kwanza. You know, the good thing about Arsenal fans ni unaona, mnajua kuchocha kupamba mpaka mafuta meng'ara. Bro, the expectation you have of that player, I'm just saying player 100 million. Talk to me, to sign Lukaku. I know what it comes with.
Man U desperately need a good striker.
If Man U has sent Kane,
if Manchester United signed Harry Kane, it would have been, they could have been in the bracket of saying that these are actually top contenders. These are contenders of the title. But with Højlund, I've not seen much of him. But they've entrusted so much responsibility to such a young shoulder, and I don't know if he's going to take the pressure. Remember, this is Old Trafford. Manchester United fans, the expectations is always above the roof.
True.
And if you're brought to Manchester United as a number 9,
particularly as a number 9,
yes, as a striker, look at the strikers that this guy is coming after. Manchester had strikers that could score 20 plus goals consistently every season. In Rooney, in Van Nistelrooy, Berbatov, Van Persie.
Oh, Robin.
Yeah. You'll put some respect in him.
He's just too fast. Bro, he's one of those players. Unaona?
Hawezi compare Modric na Traore. You can't.
I am going to.
No.
I'm going to.
No.
Because when you mention, I've never seen Modric na Traore. Modric wa Chelsea na hivi bro. Ni kuweka tu
kimbia. This was a very, very, very engaging conversation. Boli Tu is a new entity, and this is going to be what you're going to do on a weekly basis. We are banter. But in the banter, there's a reality. Na kwa reality, manini mashimo. Anyway, as I was saying, Boli Tu is a very new entity. We'll be producing content every week. You can follow us on all social media platforms: Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and we'll also be opening a Spotify podcast account. So you're welcome to join the Boli Tu wagon. Hapa sisi hatubagui unless wewe ni mtu wa Man U, lakini it's just a joke. But anyway, hatubagui.
See you in the next episode. When is it dropping?
Tomorrow.
This is dropping tomorrow. When is the next episode?
The next episode is dropping next week on Thursday.
See you next Thursday.
Okay. Boli Tu.
What
Keep
time?
it Boli Tu. Noon. Thursday by noon. Tupatane hapa. Till next time.